You're back with the Benning Report, where according to the Department of Veterans Affairs, more than 1,100 World War II veterans pass away each day. That's why two men are acting fast to preserve their stories. The project began with one veteran, his story, a camera, and a man from Birmingham, but it has since then evolved to more than 300 memoirs of war. It's called the Veteran DVD Project, and our Susanna Avery explains.
Tucked away in Building 4, you'll find 89-year-old Hubert Webb with quite a story to tell.
The war was going on at the time I was drafted. I was drafted in '43. They said, we're going to put you in chemical warfare. You would wash clothes, Army uniforms, and paraffin, which was supposed to make you immune to the various chemicals.
When the Army didn't need those services during World War II, Hubert the launderer became a combat soldier.
I just packed a gun and followed the troops. We fired when we were told to fire, and we take cover when we're supposed to take cover.
Lieutenant Robert Strawley, with the Warrior Transition Battalion, is working to immortalize stories like Hubert's for future generations.
Every veteran, regardless of what they did during Vietnam, Korea, or World War II, has a story to tell. They were there.
Right now, there are only two men behind a new venture making headlines called the Veteran DVD Project, Lieutenant Strawley and Jeff Beabout in Birmingham.
He's got 300 interviews completed, waiting to be produced, but he's got a waiting list of 200 other people to interview.
Lieutenant Strawley heard about the project while reading a magazine. He volunteered his time and equipment to edit the interviews, giving the veterans' families the final product.
It's worth it. You know, to me, this is more important to get these done now while we have the opportunity. They're now getting younger, and there's so many stories to tell before the last veteran, is no longer with us.
The U.S. Census Bureau's latest stats show that only 2.9 million out of 16 million World War II veterans are alive today, and the average age, according to the Department of Veterans Affairs, is 84.
I hope in 60 years from now, when we have hover tanks and laser-guided pistols, somebody's going to be where I'm at right now saying, how did they defeat the terrorists in the mountains of Afghanistan without a hover tank?
Susanna Avery, Fort Benning TV.
Now, if you're a video editor or you would like to donate your time to help continue these efforts, go to www.veterandvdproject.com. Big hearts, great ideas. General registration for the annual Fort Benning Women's Conference is now through February 25th. The conference will take place March 11th at the Conference Center. During the day at the Fort Benning Conference Center, there will be networking opportunities, fun and informative classes, as well as lunch with guest speaker, renowned Georgia artist Sandy Clough. Limited childcare is available on conference day, and these slots will be filled on a first-come, first-served basis. To sign up, download the registration form from the internet or pick one up from select MWR facilities around post. A $20 registration fee includes conference materials, most classes, breakfast, and lunch. For more information, visit www.benningmwr.com. It was hectic with a lot of long hours. That's how one military police officer and her canine working companion described their job at the January 20th inauguration of President Barack Obama. Staff Sergeant Deanna Bickford and her dog DeVille spent a few days in Washington, D.C. protecting our new president during the events surrounding his inauguration. DeVille is a 7-year-old German Shepherd trained in explosive patrol with the 209th Military Police Detachment. Dogs like DeVille train every day, working on their obedience and detection skills. Military working dogs are used in all types of environments. On post, they pull security patrols at gates and in buildings. Overseas, they do the same, in addition to clearing roadways of IEDs. During the inauguration, it was dog and handlers' job to clear certain areas and work checkpoints, collaborating with the Secret Service and other military working dogs.
Everyone seemed to be pretty calm. It was just the number of people, the masses of people that were around, and just the security besides us. Even for us to get through some of the checkpoints was difficult, which, as it should have been, the security was real tight, so. He was pretty tired after everything was done. We both were. There were a lot of late nights that we worked, so many hours before and after, so. But yeah, he had a good time.
Staff Sergeant Bickford said even though she and DeVille never got close enough to see the president, supporting the inauguration was by far the most memorable assignment the two have worked together. Stick around, Fort Benning soldiers get an assist from the Columbus Cottonmouths.
That guy dancing is embarrassing.
He does this breakdown dancing thing that he thinks is cool.
Offbeat.
Off the arm throwing.
Pelvis pumping.
Flopping around and flailing your arms.
Driving them to the dance floor and she's like fighting them off.
You're embarrassing the rest of the dance floor, so you should probably stop.
Wait for it. No, it's cool. He's the worst. We hate him.
The Columbus Cottonmouths hockey team paid tribute to service members from Fort Benning during their Military Appreciation Night recently.
They're out there every day on the front lines doing the things to allow us to do what we do, and you just can't say I appreciate it enough. You know, it's just something that we love to get them out here and show them that. But there's so many ways that we can show our appreciation, and I enjoy just watching them come out and have a good time for one night.
The Cottonmouths, along with the visiting Ice Bears from Knoxville, Tennessee, joined a group of Fort Benning soldiers on the ice to unveil our nation's colors as the infantry band played the national anthem. Chief of Infantry Major General Michael Barbero and Fort Benning's latest NCO of the quarter, Sergeant David Wilkins of the 2nd Battalion 29th Infantry Regiment, were given the privilege of dropping the puck before the game. About 2,000 soldiers were bussed in from post to attend the game, including basic and infantry trainees. Some soldiers even got to take part in the festivities by throwing out t-shirts during intermission and riding on the Zamboni.
It's real fun, man. Allow us to get out and enjoy ourselves, at least one time.
That's it for this edition of the Benning Report. Remember, you can watch these and other news stories online at benningtv.com. And we're searching for outstanding NCOs to feature on the show, so send us an email to benningtv@us.army.mil. From the Public Affairs Office, thanks for watching and have a great day.
On a Saturday in the early afternoon, a Fort Benning soldier was killed in a motorcycle accident near Phoenix City. The Phoenix City police believed that some stunt riding was being performed or about to be performed when a truck turned into the rider's path. The soldier lost control trying to avoid a collision. Unfortunately, he could not. The soldier was pronounced dead at the scene. Even though the soldier was wearing a helmet and personal protective equipment, it was not enough to save him from the high rate of impact that killed him instantly. This accident was 100% preventable, and there are common correlations in high-risk riders. By identifying these risk factors in yourself, your fellow riders, your peers, subordinates, or family members, you just might be able to intervene, and that could mean saving a life. Statistics show the common denominators among motorcycle crashes at Fort Benning is a 27 to 36-year-old male who has a couple of deployments under his belt and has a combat support job. E5s, E6s, and captains, and those who drive Suzuki brand motorcycles are at an even higher risk. But any rider susceptible to peer pressure can be vulnerable. Let's all do our part and keep a close eye on the soldiers you know who own motorcycles. Look for high-risk patterns and intervene if necessary. Speed is the major cause of accidents. Don't give in to peer pressure and obey the speed limits. By being a part of our great Army during this time in our history is a remarkable act. Be smart and live to tell about it.